What's up, people? Demon Slayer Infinity Castle? Yeah, I loved this movie. Unapologetically. So, let's call up Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts because the glaze is about to be real. Though there is one issue I really had with this one, overarching issue, and we'll talk about that right after the intro. Hey, so before we begin, please do me a favor and take 2 seconds and click that like and subscribe button for me. We always forget to say it, but it's actually pretty important. We've been stuck at 4,000 followers for a while, and while we love all of you, though, I'm pretty sure there are maybe like 35 or 3,600 of you, really, because I'm pretty sure we have a couple hundred bots. We love all of you. We're trying to grow, trying to get more exposure. Not gonna lie to you, trying to get monetized. So you liking, you subscribing, you sharing, that helps. We really appreciate it. We can't do it without you. So now let's talk about Infinity Castle, and let's start with what I did not like. This should have been a full season. That's it. That's my only critique. This movie, this 2.5 hour movie, it literally just feels like 6 episodes of Demon Slayer back to back to back. Which I'm not gonna be mad at because I love the show, but I do think they should have spread it out across a season and made a full season of it, like they eventually did with Mugen Train. Just because it literally feels like they had these 20 to 23 minute episodes and stitched them together, so it doesn't really flow like a movie. It flows like you're binging the show. So, there are certain like character moments and flashbacks especially that kind of feel like out of place and kind of overdone. But if you were watching it in a season, it wouldn't feel like that. So that's it. No, that's not it. Tanjiro has some serious plot armor, and I know he's the main character, so he needs it. But in this, I mean, come on, y'all. Like, listen, my favorite character in the show, Mr. Rengoku himself. He is my favorite character. My second favorite character, the man who killed him, Upper 3, Akaza. And his story, let's say, concludes. And I gotta tell you, I was not at all happy with how it concluded. Not at all happy. That's just me being kind of a bit of a hater, in jest. But, yeah, he's my man's, and Tanjiro's plot armor was getting in the way, and I did not like it. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Let's talk about the movie and what I liked. All right, man. So I'm assuming if you clicked this video, you already know what Demon Slayer is, and you're pretty caught up with it. If not, I'm sorry. But this picks up right after where the season ended, like literally right after. They're all falling into the Infinity Castle after Muzan had opened up the doors and sucked all the Demon Slayers in, right? And in this movie, we get 3 fights. We get, not 3 fights, but we get 3 major moments, I should say. We get Shinobu as she confronts Doma, Upper Moon 2, who killed her sister. We get Zenitsu. We find out what's in the note, and he fights Upper Moon, the new Upper Moon 6. And then we get the large part of this movie is Tomioka and Tanjiro as they fight Upper Moon 3, Akaza. So yeah, man, it goes, bro. This movie is so good. So here's the thing: it sucks you in immediately. Shinobu runs into Doma, and they get off to boxing. Like, Shinobu, we know she's not like the strongest Hashira, right? That's why she relies on poisons and stuff. In this movie, they show even the not strongest Hashira is strong as hell. Like, yo, the way she moves, she might be faster than any of them. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna really spoil it because you need to see it in action. But her fight against Doma, he's so laid back and he's so worry free. Like, in the brief moments we saw him when he was talking to Akaza, and Akaza knocked off his head and he just regenerates and doesn't care, you can see, like, he's so confident in his own strength that nothing really bothers him. And while Shinobu didn't really bother him and he was still talking and being jovial with her and stuff, he did acknowledge, like, yo, okay, I don't know how you're doing what you're doing. And yeah, man, her fight with him, super dope. So the movie was great at that. But like I said, every single like interaction when one of the characters meets one of these upper demons, there's a flashback. And I can see how there are certain people might not like that, in a movie. Like, in this 2.5 hour movie, there honestly might be a half hour worth of flashbacks. And again, in a season, that doesn't matter because when I'm watching an episode that's focused on Shinobu and then I see her flashback, I'm cool. But when I see that, and then I see the Zenitsu flashback, and then I see the Akaza flashback and all that stuff, then, I can see, obviously you want the information, but you do start to feel like, dang, man, it feels like I'm watching episodes back to back. Can I press pause and go get something to drink? Just like you do if you're watching it on Crunchyroll. Little tangent there. Anyway, we were here for the animation. The animation really, really just UFO table. I mean, them and Mappa, just off the charts, bro. It's so good. I see why this movie was pirated as much as it was. So obviously this is the first of 3 movies, so we don't get the full conclusion here. And you can see they are a long ways away from resolving this conflict. And I don't know how either side kind of feels confident because they both take some losses in this movie. Just minor spoiler alert. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to end. They both take some losses, but they both seem confident, like they can still succeed. So we'll see how that ends. The best parts of this movie, though, Zenitsu versus what is Upper Moon 6's name? Kaigaku. That's his name, Kaigaku. Yeah. So we see Zenitsu meet him. And we find out, we knew a little bit about their past together, but we find out exactly how deep it went, and it wasn't exactly what we thought it was. The note, we find out what was in the note that Zenitsu got that made him serious for once. And while I knew the overall, I think we can all guess what the note said, what happened, but the details surrounding of how it happened, that really took me by surprise, and you understand why Zenitsu is pissed. And man, his fight was so good, but it also made me mad because it was so fast. They should have drawn that out much longer, man. I mean, Zenitsu goes in there, and you're like, bro, if this dude fights like this, it's a wrap, man. So it was dope, but I just wish it was longer. And I do wish Kaigaku himself was developed more, because he kind of says out loud why he is so angry and why he's doing what he's doing. But he says it kind of quick, and then their fight starts. Then he talks again for a little bit, and I wish he had a longer flashback so we can kind of connect with him like we do with the other upper ranks. Speaking of, the largest portion of this movie is Akaza. Not even his fight with Tanjiro and Giyu, him. We see his backstory, and just like Upper Moon 6, what's his name? Gyutaro, I think it's pronounced. Him and his sister, or Lower Moon 5, Rui. We see, it's a large portion. We see his entire past, and you really do understand why he is the way he is, and why he's so determined to be the strongest there is, man. I really dug Akaza in this movie, and again, there's a conclusion you'd say with him, and I wasn't happy with it. I'm not going front. I wasn't happy with it. I mean, I just wasn't. Let me know what you think. Tanjiro, yo, this dude, he got as many transformations as a Goku, dog. When he needs to know something, it's amazing how it just happens for him. Now, in fairness, when it happens and he does these things, he is just taken out and exhausted, and he's pretty much on the brink of death. So I guess that is a trade-off. But I'm just like, man, bruh, you are really, really good at this. And that's something else I actually like about the story, and I'm about to wrap this up. But I do like that they've acknowledged Tanjiro, Inosuke, who's not really in the movie that much, and Zenitsu. They're still, they're not Hashira. They're not even the Hashira's little students. I think they call them Sugoku or something like that. They're, really low on the totem pole, and they're involved in this final fight. But the new Ubuyashiki, the new leader, he even has a line where he's like, bro, Zenitsu can't fight these people by himself. We need to send backup. And I like that this story it subverts expectations, I guess, because you would think they would spend a long time for Tanjiro and them to build up their skills and get their ranks. They even showed their rank on their hand at one point where they were still pretty low. You would think it would build up, then they eventually become Hashira, and that's when the final fight comes. But no, it's showing that this world isn't going to wait for them. It's not. Muzan is ready to move in now, so they got to be ready now. I dig that. So yeah, man, I mean, Demon Slayer, it's not going to disappoint you. If you're watching this video and you're a fan of it, you're going to love it. If you haven't seen it yet, Go see it. You're gonna love it. I watched this dubbed the first time I watched it, then I watched it the correct way, which is subbed the second time. So now I'm here talking about it with you. I have nothing else to say. I loved it. I thought it was good. I think you should watch it. This is a 4.5 out of 5. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, great job. My only regret is we have to wait 2 more years for the next movie to come out. Anyway, when you see it, come back here. Let's talk about it. I want to know what your favorite fight was. I want to know what your favorite moment was. I want to know if you are as disappointed in what happened with Akaza as I am. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you. And until next time, I'm out.